of that, which would be the approaching snow.
Ooh,
yeah, it's definitely a chat.
Oh my gosh! It's going to be a blackout. It's not the whiteout we expected.
That was worse than I thought it was going to be.
I think that was supposed to be the cute little bubbles. But anyway, to kick off the bubble, everybody is, of course, talking about the winter storm watch that's in effect and the potential for snow. Justin and I are back in the weather office pulling our hair out, literally, because this is one of those storms that's either going to go all in, and we're going to be buried under like 7 to 9 inches worth of snow, or it's going to go the other way and be like 2.
Vote for the 2 inches.
I don't think it's like it doesn't work that way, right? You can't vote for your
I can, yes I can.
Voting. But the weird thing is, doing what we do,
Rather recall.
Justin and Vince and I doing what we do, we know how people hear things.
Yes.
Because I could go on the air and I could give you a reasonable range that would be from 2 to 7 inches. That's a reasonable range. But all you're going to hear is 7 inches. So when it comes down as 2, you're going to go, oh, Hazel has no idea what he's talking about.
Right.
And that voice.
For you on
yes.
that
That'll be the voice.
Yeah.
It's usually grumpy old men, that's why.
Wow.
Isn't it like the mathematical equation for figuring out how much snow there's going to be is so minute, it's so hard to tell exactly?
Yeah. Well, it's a ratio. The jumping off point is about 10 to 1. So for every inch of liquid equivalent, you get about 10 inches worth of snow. But it's not always 10 to 1. Sometimes it's 20 to 1. I've seen situations where it's 30, 40 to 1. So you change that ratio just a little bit and you go from an inch or 2 up to 4,
You guys
5,
are amazing.
9, 12.
I know the fact that you can do math and you have a personality.
I know.
It's amazing to me.
We have a fancy computer or two, too, that help us out.
All morning you're working on that, and then behind the scenes all morning on Wake Up, the rest of us are looking for tailored forecasts. Like now in my yard, Rob, at the time I'm driving, what do you think? It's like people.
Yes.
So I feel for you.
Yes.
I know.
It's all right. That's, it's job security, too. I mean, it's events like this that you realize it's a big part of living in Milwaukee, these systems, these snowstorms that come through. So it'll be interesting tomorrow.
Well, some might think it was because of the freeze in Florida last week, but it is not. But that orange juice prices are on the rise. That's right. Orange juice prices spiked yesterday, the highest that they've been in 35 years. Wow. Are you thinking what else you can drink? The reason, I know you're wondering, the U.S. government might ban Brazilian oranges. The Food and Drug Administration reported that orange juice producers may be providing poisonous oranges. Ooh.
What?
The culprit, a pesticide that is legal there, but it's not legal here. The FDA is.
So they can use it over in Brazil, but then they get shipped here and we drink it anyway, even though the pesticide's not legal in the U.S.
Exactly.
I was saying, I watched a national news article. It's fascinating how much, especially produce, we consume here that is out of country. That's not even goes by our rules.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
What's fascinating then is that I guess we're still doing okay.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, yeah. I mean, it is kind of just amazing to think. Were you saying that limes, like 100% of them
They were
come
saying
out?
limes, like 75% of asparagus, the things you eat don't even come from anywhere in the United States.
Right.
A lot of it.
That's just bizarre to think.
You know?
And it kind of makes you think, like, what's the point then of the FDA? Because if
Well,
we're getting it
apparently
from
they're
countries that have
banning
no
it.
rules.
Yeah.
But apparently we're not going to get them. So I've got to assume
Well,
that
they're already testing oranges that are here for health.
They got to
risks.
follow our rules once they get here.
Well, that's the thing. They
that's
don't.
if they tell us.
It's banned here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They can't do it here. But now that's why the FDA, because there was word that some of these might have leaked in.
All of which means hike prices.
Makes me excited about the farmers markets again coming up later.
Yes.
Because then it's like, oh, you just grew in your field. Nice to meet you. I'll take this home. You know?
Yeah,
I just saw
locally,
the signs for one of those in Germantown. I'm like, oh, come on, we're
know,
so
right?
close.
And we're closer, it's closer every day. We come through the winter so nicely.
Yes,
it's
we have.
close. It's close.
All right.
Orange juice is overrated anyway.
I wasn't going to be the one that said it's a lot of sugar.
It's something you should drink as a treat, and it really that's where the
those
oranges
small
and
little
orange
cups that they
that's
used to
the little
give you.
cup. Yeah, but now we drink it by the pint. And
But
it's
if that
just-
cup is like $5, I'm thinking you can have some water.
can
Well,
get
we'll
over
bring
it.
our dietitian in. I bet
And a
she'll show
vitamin
you a
C
bunch
pill.
of cubes there.
Right.
Right.
All right, well, this is the next story. We had this morning on the Wake Up show, and this is under the title of If You Don't Believe in Irony. So did you hear about this 17-year-old girl shoplifting, or accused of shoplifting yesterday at Kohl's? This happened right across the street from Fox 6. Accused of
So we got the
shoplifting.
video.
Yeah, so luckily we didn't,
we didn't get scooped. Yeah.
Okay, so right across the street, shoplifting, 6 o'clock, whatever. She's fleeing, runs across Green Bay, gets hit
Whammo.
by a Toyota.
Okay, that's a 6-lane road, right?
She's okay though, right?
She's okay. The driver's okay. Didn't see her. She came He ran into our yard right here at Fox 6. That's where she
The
was
field
arrested.
that's right by Gus's garden.
Do we have an interview? Should anybody?
It's like this. She's down on the ground. How you doing?
We could have. Nicole was laughing the whole time.
Yeah, right. Nicole was the one
Because
sent to ask
she's
the
okay.
question.
She was taken to the hospital, and she said not to have, serious injuries. But again,
Shoplifting.
doesn't pay.
I was about to say, so now should we really have a different attitude about this situation? No. Okay, it was not.
Yeah, no.
No,
You know?
seriously, yeah.
That's trying to get away. It happens.
So you need to run the other direction, right?
Just don't do it. See?
It's so funny though, because when you see, like, if we had seen this woman, would you ever even think this was the case? Now, I saw two guys running down the street one time in Brown Deer when I was working the night shift with hoods on, running as fast as they could run, like at 11 o'clock at night.
That can't be jogging.
That wasn't jogging.
No.
There was something, and they cut across the road too. They cut across Brown Deer, and
That's so
once again, I
dangerous.
called 911 because I like to do that.
Have you ever seen anyone hit by a car? I
No.
have.
Oh.
It's very disturbing.
That was bad
Yes.
enough.
In movies,
No, in real life, I saw it happen the other lane. And
Was the
it's-
person okay?
Were they committing a crime at the time?
No, other than being homeless, no.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
Rob, I'm
No.
sorry.
It was
Thanks. Way to bring that
It's-
down.
Okay.
No, it leads right into what we need to talk
Yeah, it
about.
does actually, because all of our days are numbered, and not because we're running in traffic. It's because the doomsday clock is closer to midnight. Dun dun dun. Why? Coming up.
I'll take a trip
Why
to
you
traffic.
may not live to the end of the show. Next.
Oh, gosh.